Good evening, race fans. Welcome in to race 12 of 15, race 2 of 4 in the round of 12 here for the LSRL Xfinity Series. As always, here with my co-commentator up in the booth, Art. How we doing tonight?
I'm real excited for the wild card of the playoffs. Anything can happen. It's Talladega.
Anything can and will happen. We're going to finish off the recent run of plate tracks here. We went to Daytona Saturday and Monday, and now we're here at Talladega for 75 laps. We got 2 laps of qualifying to set the grid for the 75-lap main event. Stage break lap 35, 70% fuel capacity for an estimated fuel run of 24 to 27 laps. 4 total tire sets, 1 starter, 3 in the pits, 0 fast repairs, and 3 green-white checkers if needed. Let's go ahead and get you right into the on-track action as qualifying is just now underway. Glenn Murphy Jr. 48 machine making another select start. Mark Whitley in the 77 machine, your points leader, trying to survive the wild card after a dominant regular season, winning 5 out of the 10 races. Regular season champion, looking to just have a solid night here and keep that momentum headed up into next week.
He's still the points leader, so he just has to maintain.
You don't want to find yourself in a pressure cooker situation after tonight. 2 races left after this to get yourself, because we're going from 12 to 4. I mean, we're going right down to the championship floor, so there's no margin for error. And if you have a bad race here, put you on the back foot heading into Atlanta and Auto Club. Last 2 races before we head to Vegas for the title.
And it is Legacy in Atlanta, for the record.
That's a good point.
I mean, it would be...
Back-to-back plate races would be diabolical.
I mean, hey, that's what our legendary, plate race schedule has been. Did it on Saturday, a full 500. Did it yesterday. Did it today, or doing it today. And then going to be doing it this Saturday, but in real life.
Yeah, at least this is Talladega, though. At least we don't have to go to Daytona 3 straight times because we're going there this Saturday in person for the real thing.
Somewhat the real thing. The Xfinity and Park Race.
Dan Rodcar last Friday got it all kickstarted, too. Looks like Whitley's going for it on the first lap. And he'll go top of the board, 54.24. He'll call it quits after 1 lap.
Yeah, we really are just super speedway merchants.
Gotta be sometimes. Here's Joseph Murata, league owner. Got a couple of returning names. Talladega always brings out some bigger crowds because, like Forcing said in chat, everybody has an equal opportunity to win. It is the ultimate wild card. Murata goes 4th.
If I'd ever say the words, Corbin has a shot at winning, even at Talladega.
It is the great equalizer. It is the ultimate wild card. All of the above. Anything can and will happen. Usually does. Whitley still the man to beat, 0.04 of a second over Jonathan Mazzella. 34 of William K. Price crosses the line, put him P2, and a statistical tie. Ends up being 2 1/1000ths of a second, Randy Arms. He's going to cross the line. He was quickest overall in the first sector. Put him 11/100ths of a second off of pole. Michael McIlroy, 17/100ths of a second. It's tight at the top. 13 drivers, now 15, actually 16 now, separated by exactly 1/10 of a second. Make it 17. And still to finish their lap, Adam Kilday and Mike DeWalt. So we got a couple more challengers coming across the line. William Bowman improves to 16th. It's still Mark Whitley. Can anyone unseat him? Here comes DeWalt crossing the line. Road Levens to 13th. DeWalt to 10th. He won't have time for a second lap. Kilday not going to have time for his second lap either. Only Kyle Ritchie, Alex Chira, Daniel Hashey, and Wayne Ruprecht electing not to qualify. They won't have time to finish this next lap. Roy Blevins crosses the line, stays 14th. And that'll do it. It's Mark Whitley on pole. Let's show you the championship standings as they came into tonight. The top 12, we're trimming them down to 4 after we finish this race. Atlanta and Las Vegas. And currently, Samuel Demien, 2 points over Kyle Ritchie. And then 5 points back to Jonathan Mazzella. So really the top 6 all right there. Going to be cutthroat. Because it's only, from Whitley down to Mazzella. It's 25 points. Casey Brown, Mike DeWalt, Michael Davis going to be looking for a big night.
I think William K. Price is going to have to try and win this thing.
Absolutely down in 12th.
He's showing he has speed, though.
Absolutely, yeah. We'll see how it goes.
He still takes talent to qualify well here. Puts himself P2.
And obviously, just like last week, the names highlighted in purple at the top of your screen across the ticker, those are your playoff drivers. Those are the 12. They're going for it. Everybody else trying to pull the upset. Rest of the field beginning to grid up here. Looks like we'll have 27. Just waiting on a few more to grid up, so. And they've all gridded up, so it's a full 27-car field. And we are rolling off for one pace lap. Art, who's getting it done here tonight at Talladega?
I don't want to pick anyone in the top 10. I feel like it's going to be a fun kind of night. Give me Ryan Tiller, Taco Bell car 23.
Give me his teammate Samuel Demien. The 21 machine won here last season in the playoff race. And he's starting 21st as well. So the 21 starting 21st, that's a sign. Gotta be, right? Give me Ryan Tiller. We're going way back into the field here.
I mean, they both looked pretty dang good last night. Different cars, but different track as well. Still, play racing.
Style of racing. They got the teammate Speed Zone. Obviously has a lot of allies in the field here tonight, so they're going to be looking to get to the front. They will have the numbers. Guys like Michael McElroy, Larry McDonald, Brandon French, Eric Shields. It's their best chance for a win this season. Got Daniel Hashey making a return. Adam Kilday making a return. And we do have one car start from pit road. Alex Chira in the 27, teammate of Kyle Ritchie. But he is here on pit road, so all 27 are here. 26 gonna be starting this thing side by side, 13 rows deep. Pace car makes the gradual turn. Mark Whitley. Long trot down to the Geico restart zone at 70 miles an hour. William K. Price to his outside.
Yeah, this has to be one of the worst for anticipation restart zones. in NASCAR, just the trial waiting.
Gives you a lot of time to think about it, but we are rolling for the Cleaning Authority 200. Chira does make it off of pit road, so all 27 are underway. And it's that inside line forming up early off of turn number 2. And same rules apply as Daytona. Same style of racing, obviously different cars, different track, slightly different characteristics, but the overall picture is exactly the same. Going to take patience. No fast repairs. It means it can go very wrong very quickly. And on the first lap, William K. Price from Michael McElroy. Going to be Price on the outside line, getting that crucial bonus point.
As I kind of mentioned, it was, size of the track. There's more room to navigate. Although these cars be wanting to grab each other through netcode.
We saw that a little bit last night. And I wonder if we'll see that again here tonight. But like you said, it is wider, it is longer. We should see more 3 wide when we get down to the tail end of it, the business end. So we should be able to see more moves being made, guys going back to the front quicker, getting teamed up, and they'll be going to the front. But right now, everybody just hanging out 2 by 2. A couple guys have dropped to the inside. All 26 still remaining in the pack. And then there's Alex Chira. He's just hanging out. He's waiting for the stage break. Accordion effect brings Mark Whitley back to the lead, and then McElroy will give a good push to that 34 on the high side. Just back and forth, cat and mouse right now. No reason to push too hard and get those engine temps high.
A little bit of pushing there. The 12 machine coming up off the line. There's almost a little bit of contact.
The biggest mover so far is Joseph McGill on board with him here. He's +5 in that 69 machine. Other than that, everyone right around where they started. 69 making a couple of moves. Right now, you can see on board with him right now, he's 18th. Not a whole lot of room. You got a car directly in front of you, to your outside, and right behind you. So not a whole lot of room to navigate. Outside line, same thing with Daniel Hashey. Even plenty of space early on, no fast repairs, don't want to be collected in the big one.
How I would feel about that scenario of every car being collected and Chira having the only clean one.
That would be something, but here's your first 3 wide of the night. Mike DeWalt says, alright, held out for a couple of laps, now let's see what we got. Like he'll have Corey Blevins in tow. That'll put Glenn Murphy Jr. 3 wide. We'll see if anyone elects to go with that 9. Never mind. Leave him out to dry. So he'll be going to the back of this line, or he'll try and slot in behind Ryan Tiller in 15th. There is a gap there.
He can side draft over. He can keep a little bit of momentum, but yeah, no, he is falling.
He did take one quick peek. Back in the line. Yeah, this is, it's patient right now. Even the guys that are dedicated teammates, they're not even working together trying to get grouped up at the front. Everyone's just 2 by 2. We'll see
except for Mike DeWalt.
We'll see a little bit of movement coming towards the stage end, or actually before that, pit stops. We'll see some movement trying to get organized to pit as a team, potentially. The fuel run just a little bit short of the stage. And then once we come off of pit road, it'll kind of be a free-for-all till the end of the stage. Assuming we go green flag pit stop. Once you get off the pit road, then it's go for broke. It's a sprint. this is the onboard here with the 20 machine, just hanging out. 29 seconds off the lead pack. You don't even have to panic because you have a guaranteed stage caution at lap 35, and everybody else is just hanging out in the pack. So there's no other danger of you not getting the lucky one.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, to be honest. I was like, why would you want to be this far back? You risk going a lap down. I forgot he'd be the only one getting lucky.
Doesn't have a concern in the world right now, saying I will not get involved in a wreck. Make it, I think, his third start on the season, so he's not fighting for playoff or points, so he'll get caught up and fight a little bit later. So 26 cars left to be out other than him. And it's been all Mark Whitley and William J. Price. Solving back and forth.
This is basically what we saw last night. So many laps to get through, just,
We saw that one movement from Mike DeWalt, but other than that, it has been squeaky clean. I don't blame you. Fast repair, I mean, you don't want to be that causes a wreck or takes yourself out really early on. Gotta crank it up, redemption for the first time this evening, lap 8, let's do it. Sound race car with 200 miles an hour.
little bit of the drag there. And that really was just catch you while Cade Ferguson having problems here. Well, we're 3-by-3 for the lead here. Very concerned with the lines, at least the way they were through 3 and 4. The Yoga did not look comfortable leading that middle line. There's a lot of like moving up and down. Prize to 21 is not up on that high side trying to help out Ryan Tiller in the 14 of Adam Kilday. This price, but Ryan Tiller was like 100 hate it. It was the wall. Oh my! 0.003 in favor of Mike DeWalt. That's not gonna help Chira. Oh, he's not gonna get you back in line. We're gonna be 3 wide. And Whitley has to tow. We have lost 2 drivers, Mark Whitley and William K. Bryce. say, Jonathan Mazzella won the race off pit road and will be your leader. Max, did you not know this? After a break.
Was I muted the whole time?
I wouldn't.
Nobody said a thing.
I mean, Sigmund was said pretty quiet here, but.
Well, apparently we were muted for a couple minutes there, and nobody said anything.
Brother.
Oh, well, you just missed my beautiful descriptions of the wreck there. In case anyone couldn't figure it out from the replays, Michael McElroy comes up into Adam Kildare, then he gets shot right back down the track, right hooks Mark Whitley, and then it gets Mike DeWalt, or William K. Price in the right front, shoots him down to the inside wall, blows his engine, and then Mark Whitley gets KO'd from Joseph McGill a little bit further back. Other than that, you saw some pretty decent racing. Mike DeWalt forced the issue 3 wide, finally got his lap led, and yeah, you just saw some solid racing right before that incident, so apologies for the mute. Pace car is off. And like Art mentioned, Jonathan Mazzella won the race off pit road, and he'll get us back underway. Green flag back in the air.
To be fair, the drivers going 3 wide on the top are trying to earn playoff points.
Yeah, that was about it. DeWalt was going for playoff points. There is room for 3 wide at Talladega, so I understand it. I understand the frustration being involved, definitely, that early in the race. It takes out some heavy hitters, Mark Whitley, William K. Price. I mean, that's 2 heavy hitters gone.
It also removes Joseph McGill from it. Nobody's also left. 4 drivers down to 23 on the lead lap.
Yeah, 23 cars left on track, all 23 on the lead lap. So Alex Chura was your lucky dog. Daniel Hashey got the wave around. So 23 cars.
I was more talking along the lines of like getting the lap lead bonus point, which is what I think Ryan was trying to do. I mean, he was able to get it in the end. It was just at what cost?
Right. And so with that, though, you definitely have some guys that just saw that and they're like, all right, I'm out of here. We are content just hanging out. And now it's a sprint to the finish of stage 1. An opportunity for some guys to make up some big ground on Mark Whitley. Will be credited with a 24th place finish here tonight. This series is posted on Tuesday nights, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when we start qualifying.
No, 8:30 is when we start the race. 7:30 is qualifying.
Sir? We go live at 8:30 to cover qualifying.
Oh, I was thinking practice.
Yeah, practice opens at 8 or 7:30 Eastern. Qualifying at 8:30. Grid 8:35. Races usually last an hour and a half. Definitely can't recommend this league enough. We've had an average of usually 1 caution per season, usually over the average of the entire season. Outside of the stadium, it's like 1.4 cautions per season, and most of that comes from Daytona, Talladega. Almost everything else goes flag to flag. This is the place to be for some clean race, and Mike DeWalt is trying to make moves, and no one's going with him. Ryan Tiller trying to lead Murphy Jr. They'll form that middle line. Randy Arms on the outside with Travis DeLeon, Casey Brown, and Adam Kilday. Our new fastest lap of the race, 49.61. It's Mazzella now leading this inside line, though. Five laps to go for the stage.
DeWalt's still, he's trying to make that third line work.
DeWalt is going for it.
And you can't move forward if you don't make moves.
This is where you kind of look to guys that have worked together for a long time. You look in the voice channels right now. Yeah. Cade Ferguson, Landon Quisenberry, teammates with Joseph Murata. So there's 3 guys right there that'll be working together if possible. You got, it would have been Larry McDonald and William K. Price. Obviously, Price now out of the race, so Larry McDonald going to have to change up his strategy a little bit. And then it's really the Speed Zone conglomerate. Casey Brown, Eric Shields, Glenn Murphy Jr., Jonathan Mazzella, Randy Arms, Ryan Tiller, Samuel Demien, all in voice chat right now. So they are going to look to kind of control with their numbers and get one of them in victory lane at the end of this thing.
Oh, the 57 is squirrely. He's in the wall. It's still green because no one...
Michael Davis, hard into the outside wall. Kyle Ritchie went off the racetrack. Here we go. What a save from the 76 machine. Let's take a look at what happened. Michael Davis, real quick, and that could be race ending for him.
He looked weirdly loose.
Turn number 1 here, right behind Glenn Murphy Jr. second car, and third. Yeah, he's loose. He is loose at Talladega and snaps into the wall all by himself. And then what the heck happened to Kyle Ritchie?
I think Ritchie was just like, I don't know. Trying to get
saw
away from
that, and then he checks up right in front of Eric Shields, and then Shields gets a bump from. What in the world's going on here? That was Larry McDonald that gave him a bump. So that was interesting. I've never seen someone get that loose. Talladega.
10-car pack to settle stage points right now.
So yeah, congratulations. Everyone in here gets stage points. 2.4 seconds back to Larry McDonald and Alex Cheer. That's a 2-car pack. They're not going to catch them. So these are your stage points recipients right now.
I mean, they could easily mess it up. Just one bad move and you're, out.
So Michael Davis.
I mean, look at the push and look at the snake.
The right front, heavily damaged. And the hood is obviously gone. So he's got big problems. Look at all the purple at the top of your screen. Mazzella, Tiller, Brown, Demien, DeWalt. Arms. They'll be battling out for crucial stage points here.
Murphy Jr. and Arms trying to make it 3-1.
That's going to be a good combo. They were drafting really well in practice together. They got some speed. See if anyone goes with them. It's Glenn Murphy Jr. on the top, Ryan Tiller through the middle, Corey Blevins on the bottom. Casey Brown pushing Tiller, Randy Arms pushing Glenn Murphy, Jonathan Mazzella pushing Corey Blevins. 1 lap to go in stage 1, the only stage. 10 cars to settle it for these stage points. Don't want to push on the quarter panels. Want to give a square hit. You want a tandem if possible. Tiller almost gets turned down into Mazzella. It is 3x3 for the stage win. 3 rows deep. Wayne Ruprecht says, I'll just take my stage point. Thank you very much.
I mean, he could just as easily win this too if they wanted to
push out of 4. Right now, it's Blevins with the slight advantage. Shortest way around the racetrack. Who's going to have the momentum? Who has the engine temperatures to get all the way through the tri-oval? It's not Glenn Murphy Jr. And it's going to be Corey Blevins. Yellow is out. Photo finish between him and Ryan Tiller. So the non-playoff driver gets it. With 9 points. That's crucial points for Ryan Tiller. And that'll be good news for 11th on back. They'll be able to get cycled back through the lead here, or to the lead group. 22 cars on the lead lap. Michael Davis still getting damaged. I mean, the right front's actually gone. So, he didn't tow to pit road. I don't know how he made it, so I don't know how he got there. But he's down and out. He'll be, I mean, we just had the stage break, so there's no other opportunity to get laps back. And so it'll be 22 cars on the restart that'll be duking it out in the second half of this race for the win. And that number is sure to go down. We're going to lose some more guys. I imagine towards the end of it, it's going to get a little chippy.
A little chippy. I mean, we saw how aggressive they were getting just for,
the stage.
Yeah. Randy made it 4.
He did.
Got 1 spot out of it, but he got a spot.
Every point matters at this point in the season.
Do you think consistency matters here?
There is no consistency at a track like this. There's no, the only thing that you could be consistent in is, I guess, pushing somebody. As long as you
just be holding your line.
Yeah, as long as you can hold a wheel straight, you have a shot to win here. Consistency is irrelevant here. There's no tire saving. Usually no fuel saving most of the time. So everybody's coming down. Fill it up with Sunoco Racing fuel. Tires if you want them, but not necessary here, honestly. I mean, it's just, get it and go. So while we wait to reset the running order, let's quickly get another word in from the incredible sponsors of the LSRL Xfinity Series. Coming back for the restart lap 40. And there'll be Blevins and Tiller, row number 1. DeWalt and Brown, row number 2. Demien and Glenn Murphy Jr., row number 3. 22 cars remaining on the track. And Michael Davis, they have not attached the right front yet, so got to start there.
So I gotta say, I'm feeling more and more confident in my pick. Ryan Tiller, P2.
Samuel Demien, P5. We know wheel. We have wheel knowledge.
Wheel knowledge. And we do make pretty good picks most of the time.
Any non-wild card track you pick Mark Whitley, you have a 50% chance of winning it. So, I tell you what would be popular is a Larry McDonald win. I love a good underdog story. I'd love to see him get it done somehow.
I think him winning one.
Daniel
I would lose my mind if Daniel Ashley wins one.
It would be fun. Here we go for the restart. Lap number 40, be 36 laps to go. Just over halfway. And we're back underway.
Blevins with a big jump there. She's going to probably control whatever line has momentum, which is the outside right now.
A lot of gaps on those bottom three, but they're starting to close up now. DeWalt can give them a nice bump. So we're going to try and use the momentum around the outside with Casey Brown and Glenn Murphy Jr. He has it. should get clear. If
Now
he
he has
wants it.
Randy. He should have Dimian 2 here in a second. Yep, there goes Dimian.
Taylor coming down. Casey Brown going to stay outside. Speed Zone leading the top and bottom lane. The guys at the back, this is planned, by the way. Look at this. Zach Scare, William Bowman, Joseph Murata, French, Hashy, Ferguson, Kilday, Quisenberry, and Shields. They are content to just kind of ride around. They're just, again, we said it Friday, we said it Saturday, and Monday. You have to have all 4 wheels pointed in the right direction to have a shot at this thing at the end. No fast repairs, any wreck here easily could take you out of contention. So they're just trying to get to the last couple of laps to make their move.
Even if it isn't a wreck, like just the slightest amount of damage.
Any
everything.
horsepower deficit, you're done for. It must be said here, I can appreciate the sense of calm. Pace laps here are brutal. Absolutely brutal.
And I appreciate, over however long we've been doing this whole talking about cars turning left thing, this stretch of super speedway races have made me appreciate what Hendrick does with their numbers. I can very clearly read the bright yellow numbers.
A Ryan Tiller win would feed families as well. It would do great things.
A Ryan Tiller win would have me at Taco Bell about 30 minutes after the race is over.
Celebrating. He looked really good last night, just made one mistake on the money stop. Said it himself, he'd love to have that back. But I just love coming to these tracks, though, because you look at these guys. I mean, Glenn Murphy Jr., Randy Arms, Mark Whitley, they have incredible talent, and they shine at these intermediate, the short tracks, the road courses. But it's fun watching guys get a chance to duke it out with them. And Ryan Tiller, he hasn't had a bad season, 3 top 10s, he's in the playoffs. But he is truly fighting for the win on his own accord here tonight, and that's always fun to see.
I mean, it could keep him in the hunt to potentially move forward. Currently 36 out on points. And he's going to be making up a lot with, Whitley not being able to finish.
And you don't know what's going to happen to your fellow competitors. Like we could have a Ryan Tiller win, then followed up by Hashy, Ferguson, Quisenberry, Kilday, Shields, French, Murata, Bowman, Larry McDonald, Wayne Ruprecht, Travis De Leon. All right, you could have one playoff driver in the top 10 by himself. You really could. It's just the unpredictability of Talladega. Still more pit stops to come, so we're kind of just riding it out a little bit. Only 5 cars, technically 6 on the outside lane. Eric Shields a ways back. And there's some noticeable gaps between the cars on both lanes. They're just minding their own business, not trying to push, just trying to maintain their lane and at least get to the next pit stop. So that's the phase of the race that we're in right now. And everybody pitted on lap 37 to give them 25 from there. Gets you to about 62, if my math is correct.
It's taking a while, but I'm pretty sure your math is correct.
It's been a long day. So 62.
Isn't that what you do all day for?
Right, so my mind just goes numb on it at a certain point. So yeah, they got one more stop remaining, assuming a caution doesn't come out now or in the next handful of laps. That's not the only number I'm looking at on our overlay right now. I'm looking at that, and I'm looking at the lap times and the intervals. There's a lot of numbers, and sometimes you just need a second.
Man's getting overwhelmed by the numbers. What do they mean?
What do they mean? Great game. fantastic game. Sold out crowd here in Talladega, Alabama. Talladega Super Speedway. Got Ryan Tiller below the apron. Ooh, that got dicey. There's Demian.
Around.
Oh,
He gets
rejoin.
it locked down.
Oh, goodness gracious. What happened there? He's going to get hooked, but he's trying to take evasive action from all the chaos that was unfolding ahead of him. So why... Oh, it was Corey Blevins giving a push to Tiller, and you have DeWalt right there pushing the pusher. And he gets them all out of shape. Tiller trot. He thinks he's going to be clear. Yeah, he thinks he's going to clear him. He needed to wait one more second. Well, way to hold it down there. We'll lose the drafts. Cade Ferguson and Quisenberry. I don't think they're going to wait on him. He's 0.8 of a second. I mean, it is heartbreakingly just out of reach. I mean, he's going to just drop back and drop back and drop back. That if I am him, I am on the horn right now. I'm saying wait.
So you gotta. They're fighting each other. So I mean,
he just needs them to drag the brake just for a second. Oh, but if they're side drafting each other, he could actually be back into this.
I mean, he could be back into this, and they could take themselves out of it.
So these three have lost the main pack. That's not what I'm concerned about. You just need to be with somebody, though. He's 7.5 tenths. Oh, but they're now. Oh, he's so close. Yeah, you gotta tell him, hey, just wait, just a second. Just drag the brake for literally a second. I mean, because look, now they're tandeming back away from him, so now he's losing more time. I mean, that's heartbreakingly close. So with all of that, though, it gives you 19 cars in the lead pack. Demian is lucky to be in the race itself. I mean, he could have easily turned back across traffic. If I'm Demian, yeah, I'm telling him, like, hey, 3 cars, we'll go kick them in too. Just give me a chance, guys. You guys aren't going to catch it back. Let me try and help. Looks like they are finally starting to acknowledge that. He's now 6/10, so...
A little contact between Mazzela and Casey Brown.
Maybe arms to the point. Broke up the pack again, ever so slightly. Ian did catch Cade Ferguson and Landon Quisenberry. Interesting to note, Michael Davis. They got the hood reattached. They got the right front put on the car, and he's back out there logging laps. Car actually looks pretty good. They did a nice job. A little bit of right side scrapage, but it looks pretty good for what happened. That was Travis De Leon into the wall just a tad bit there down the back straightaway. Him and Ryan Tiller trying to take the third lane all by themselves.
Now this is a move that I don't necessarily get. Like, you only have 2 cars. No one's really trying to go 3 wide right now.
You got pit stops and just over 10 laps, so maybe it's a positioning thing, trying to see if you can pick up some cheap spots, but they'll tuck back in line now. If you're this back 3, though, it's 26 laps to go with 1 pit stop. 25 now, excuse me. You're going to need a caution to get back into this race. You need a caution. Right now, it's 19 cars to settle.
Anything from the LSRL is...
You don't want to bank on that. We already had one in the first stage, and especially if we get to green flag pit stops, I can imagine we'll lose 2 or 3 other guys. They're going to get dropped. They're not going to have the cleanest entry or exit, and the numbers will be reduced even further. we get the green flag pit stops, I think we'll go green to the end. I really do. So we shall see how it ends up.
The Ryan Tiller, he's still trying that third line.
And he's getting to fifth. Getting right up almost to that second row. But if you're the 12 machine, I don't necessarily know if you want to like just push like a madman, just a 2-car effort. He had some guys behind him. But I'm not risking my engine temps just yet. Ooh, he's into the wall. Murata starting to arrive on the scene. So yeah, around 20 laps ago, we'll see some guys start to try and inch their way forward a little bit. Necessarily haven't. So that 5 machine definitely is interested. He's up plus 12. So he's saying, hey, let me just get positioned right before the final stop. It'll come right around 10 laps from now. Ish. Give or take a couple. There's Michael Davis. He'll go another lap down in a bit. Well, let's see if he can actually keep up with the pack when they catch him. Let's see if, that's another teammate for somebody. Maybe if he can actually keep up with the pack, if he blends in, and he'll add another wrinkle.
I mean, he's part of a giant Speed Zone Esports 2 conglomerate that they have.
So that's numbers for these guys. Casey
Brown,
that's Eric
8.
Shields. I mean, yeah, so they'd love to have another number.
Yeah, that's 8 drivers all in a voice chat together.
They would be going, see, because Mike DeWalt, Corey Blevins, Larry McDonald, Travis De Leon, Rada, Gilday, Bowman, Ruprecht. So it's right. It's almost split in the middle, really. You got Speed Zone and the other half of the field. Speed Zone and their subsidiaries or associates. Moflo Racing, Speed Zone Esports, and then Speed Zone V2. Very well together. And their numbers are evident when we come to these plate tracks. Look at Larry McDonald getting up there. He started 8th, great qualifying effort from him, and he's been pretty much inside the top 10. Michael Davis going to drop to the inside. He's got Ryan Tiller behind him. Michael Davis, I don't think he'll be able to catch it, but he'll have the 3-car pack a couple seconds back that he might be able to blend into. And you can it's just the ebbs and flows. You have the outside line formed up really well, and then all of a sudden it's back to 3 cars. Everyone's trying to get position for pit stops. It's very dynamic every time we come to these tracks.
Yeah, I think once we get through the green flag pit cycle, that it'll probably maintain 2x2 throughout to the finish.
Larry McDonald, look at that 3-car shove. Ryan Tiller, a great shove there.
I mean, that's your underdog right there.
Got a great looking paint scheme, red, white, and blue. For his first even top 10 of the season, and he's out here taking it to some of the best that we've seen. Let's see if he can at least get that lap. Pretty cool. At the line, give it to Larry McDonald. There you go. First lap led this race.
I believe the pit window has now opened.
Yes, it has. It has officially opened. And I think really, if you were to pit now, you'd still be good for a green, white checkered or 2. So we'll see when they pull the trigger for the money stop.
If I'm part of, Speed Zone and that conglomerate that they have on this race, I'm trying to line us all up together.
I remember talking to Larry after Daytona, and he said that these tracks were his bread and butter. He was still learning kind of the intermediate racing, but he loves a good Super 2A race, and right now he's leading Leading this race, he'll pull down to the inside to lead the inside line. So he is making the most of his opportunity. Started 8th and now leads. Brandon French, William Bowman, they're always up for a good Talladega race. But I just love the unpredictability of it. Ryan Tiller now trying to drop down. Pit stop's just a couple of laps away. It's a lot easier to pit from that first lane. Guys trying to get themselves positioned. We'll see who blinks first, what group decides to do it. The margins are getting closer. We're seeing some side drafting there from the 12. He's trying to pull them back so he could slingshot around and get himself to the bottom side of the racetrack. Needs a little bit of help from behind as well, not just the side draft alone to get it done. You could probably say 5 laps or so, but Mike DeWalt saying, you know what? I'm going to see if I can get some spots. I want to see if I can lead. Got a couple laps left to field, might as well race it out. We'll see what we can manage here at the final stop of the night. And it is still all 19 cars separated by 2 seconds. Back to Daniel Hashey. At the line, that'd be Ryan Tiller by half a car length. Mike DeWalt with Travis DeLeon on the outside line. William Bowman and Brandon French. Wayne Ruprack, he's plus 16, your biggest mover so far.
I want a big shout out. Daniel Hashey still maintaining, lead pack status. Not the easiest to do with like the internet connection and the style of racing.
Yeah. He's done a nice job managing the gap. He's giving enough space where he can check up in time, but he doesn't lose the lead draft. And DeWalt and DeLeon, good push there. Corey Blevins helping out. And they're going to drop to the inside, set themselves up for pit stops. 15 laps to go. It's any minute now. And if you're Corey Blevins, William Bowman, you're kind of like, all right, we might have to go an extra lap here. Might not be able to get down to the bottom. It's only 4. Ruprack, he forced himself into that hole. He's saying, hey, I'm getting ready to pit. Mazzella, I'm cutting across your nose. So now only 3 cars left to get in line if they can. They might not. They might have to take a risky move and pit from the second lane. It's going to take a lot of communication if that is the case. I'm sure they'll be telling the guys, hey, I got to get down. No sense in running yourself out of fuel with 14 laps to go. There is a hole forming that Brandon French could drop back into. So we'll see what he elects to do in the 3 machine.
I gotta say, it would be really funny if someone pulled a Quinn Houth.
So
pit from the 3rd lane.
If Corey Blevins and DeLeon and Bowman can't get down, they are just going to have to hope that everyone on the inside pits as well. Because if the 9 and the 12 pit, great, but you can't hook a hard left if the 23 and the 80 are still going. You need everyone underneath you to pit, and that's how you get guys pitting from the second lane. We have seen it done, but it takes everybody at once. We've seen some miscommunications too, where the 24, for example, might take a hard left and the 12 doesn't pit. It's like, well, I had to pit from the second lane. So we'll see. It is the money stop. 13 laps to go. 62 will be complete this time by. So we're right at it. Who blinks first? What group blinks first? You're not pitting by yourself, that's for sure. You're going to pit with the people around you in a group and try and come off the pit road nose to tail and get up to speed as quick as humanly possible. Who makes that left-hand turn and jams on the brakes 190 miles an hour down to 55. It's just going to be a splash and go. You're not taking tires. You're just getting enough fuel to make it to the end. And I mean, it has to be perfect. You miss your box, and you have to back it up. You can kiss the lead pack goodbye. Because it is 1.9 seconds nose to tail from 1st to 19th, so you can't spare any time on pit road.
And with all the commotion of, like, if you try and come down with 19 cars, you better be watching for your box. We saw 2 cars come down yesterday, and one dude just overshot his box by like 10.
Here comes the first group. Ryan Tiller, Larry McDonald, Glenn Murphy Jr., Wayne Ruprecht. There's Joseph Murata, and it's absolute chaos onto pit road. It's not even going to be a yellow, completely changing the complexion of this race.
I heard a loud bang from Randy Arms' car.
And let's take a quick look at it.
Murata's parked.
It was Casey Brown losing it under braking, getting into Murata, and then that kick-started the accordion effect. So that first group, I mean, it is utterly... I mean, their whole group just got messed up.
The loud bang I heard was Murata's car blowing up.
I mean, look at it. It is Glenn Murphy Jr. and Ryan Tiller. That's it. And Ryan, and I guess, yeah, I mean, there's 2 groups of 2 that made it out together. Here's the second group. They make it in perfectly. Nah, it's not going to be anybody from this next group. They got completely jacked up. It is going to be somebody from this front group. Oh, DeLeon, that's what, you can't do that. Who's going to get out first? Looks like Kyle Ritchie. DeWalt was towards the front of this field. They're coming out side by side. They're going to have to get organized. Someone's going to have to blink. I mean, look at it. They are so far behind. Casey Brown spinning through the infield grass. It's Kyle Ritchie, Mike DeWalt, William Bowman, Adam Kilday, and Daniel Hashey. Glenn Murphy Jr., Ryan Tiller, actually closer than I thought. With 10 laps to go. And they're going to pick these guys off one at a time that have no drafting help. Hashey's in a great spot. He's going to just fall in behind these 2. Daniel Hashey in contention for the win here.
I did say I would lose my mind, and I will.
Adam Kilday going to get picked up by this group as well. Brandon French coming in. Obviously, that whole first group that pitted. Penalties, guys spinning through the pits, spinning. And it's just all the chaos. But right now, it's 2 cars. William Bowman, no help. Yet, Zach Scare trying to get there. Help him out. Adam Kilday, there's Glenn Murphy Jr. There's going to be a bump. They're going to try and keep that momentum. Zach Scare heavily damaged with the contact coming onto pit road. Here's the group of 4. They're going to collect Bowman, and then they're going to try and track down the group of 2. Coming to 8 laps to go. They will catch them. So we're going to have 7 cars for the win. And let's pull this up here. Kyle Ritchie hasn't won a race. Mike DeWalt hasn't won a race. William Bowman has not won a race. Hasn't had a top 10 this season. Adam Kilday won top 5. Glenn Murphy Jr. always quick. Limited starts. Got a top 5 in his first start. No wins. Bowman, no wins. Ryan Tiller, no wins. Daniel Hashey, no top 10s. No wins. So we're getting a new winner. More than likely.
As bad as it sounds, I hope it's someone that's not Glenn Murphy Jr.
7 laps to go.
Come on, Hash. You don't have to sit at the end of the pack now. This is your time.
Here we go. We're lined up now. Mike DeWalt saying, all right, it's my time to go. We got caught. Here comes Adam Kilday. There goes Glenn Murphy Jr. 3 wide. No help for that 48, though. Now there's a little bit of help, but it's DeWalt with Kilday. Bowman trying to find a home to slot into. All the help on the top side right now. Hashey and Tiller. No help whatsoever for Bowman in the middle. Now Kilday going to the middle. Never mind. They're catching the lap car of Larry McDonald. He's the last car on the lead lap. At the line, it was nearly a dead tie between William Bowman and Glenn Murphy Jr. 6 laps to go. 5 cars on the bottom, 2 on the outside. Larry McDonald, very respectful, goes up to the wall.
Come on, Hashey. You don't have to be at the end of the line.
He's got plenty of time.
Push it.
You got plenty of time with 6 laps and 7 cars to figure out your move. You got plenty of time. Here's the second group, Corey Blevins and Casey Brown. Travis DeLeon, Samuel Demien. But our focus is on the fight for the win. 3 cars on the bottom, 3 cars on the top. How hard can you push? Coming to 5 to go. Where does Hashey go? How does he filter into this? Glenn Murphy Jr.'s won before. But you know that William Bowman, Adam Kilday, Tiller would love an opportunity at a win. They all would, but some of these guys, this will be their best chance all season. We saw some of the stats. A couple of guys looking for their first top 10s on the season.
Yeah, I think right now on their minds, it's just going to be getting to that white flag so they know that it's just between them.
It is just a 7-man show. They got to make it around 4 more times. Glenn Murphy Jr. not going to come up, block the high line. William Bowman having none of it. And then all of a sudden, they're not having anything of William Bowman. Adam Kilday to the middle. Bowman going to have to regroup. Tiller pushing Kyle Ritchie on the bottom.
Mike DeWalt with a push into the corner on Tiller.
So Larry McDonald, he did end up catching onto this pack. So it's an 8-car pack. What does he elect to do? Does he have any friends that he wants to push in this group? Someone he's worked with over the prior 70 laps? He's like, hey, you deserve my help.
Yeah, Daniel Hashey. Push Daniel Hashey. But he's not doing that.
Ryan Tiller getting a heck of a shot there from the 48. They are catching lap traffic of Wayne Ruprecht and Cade Ferguson. Not Cade Ferguson. That is Brandon French, excuse me. They will catch them. And that could have another wrinkle in the final 3 laps. It's Kyle Ritchie leading the inside line, Ryan Tiller leading the outside line. With this few cars, you're really going to have to work together. I mean, because it's going to be hard to generate that momentum. You're really going to have to push it. When you make that move, you better hope the person on your back bumper is going right with you and they are glued to your back bumper. The 3 and the 71, very respectful. Stay out of the way. Very respectful. Oh, Richie going to get a bump from DeWalt. Can he save it? He's going to be able to save it. And he's still in contention. Somehow, the 76 with his second great save of the race.
But it's going to shuffle these drivers up.
2 laps to go. We're going to have to get reorganized quickly. You don't want to be stuck 3 wide. Hashey tried to get clear. Not able to do so. It's 5 cars on the top, 3 on the bottom. Ryan Tiller going to drop down and pick up Mike DeWalt.
He gets bumped to the outside line.
Oh, Larry McDonald going for a ride further back. Adam Kilday through the middle, no help. But he is going to get clear. Now he'll lead the outside line. Glenn Murphy Jr. back to the tail end of this pack.
Oh, I think Larry McDonald is going to make some people unhappy there. He's keeping them from being able to get down and get the draft.
And coming to the white flag, it is 7 cars to settle it. Mike DeWalt gonna see the white flag. Race is official. Second group not gonna be a factor unless a miracle happens. It's Kyle Ritchie, incredibly, on the outside with Adam Kilday. He's had 2 incredible saves. Kilday giving him a great shot down the back straightaway. Bowman trying to get DeWalt back in it on the bottom. Larry McDonald there for support. Ryan Tiller and Glenn Murphy Jr. going to that third line. Kyle Ritchie trying to cover the angles. He's going to come down and block DeWalt. No help for Adam Kilday through the middle. DeWalt's going to have a shot at it. Tiller might have a run. Kyle Ritchie now comes up to the middle. William Bowman has a run. Can he get hooked up with Tiller? Tiller going to get turned. They're all wrecking coming to the line. It's just going to be Kyle Ritchie left, first win of the season. Daniel Hashi
top
podium.
3 though.
How about it? Heartbreak for Kilday. And what a race. Take another look at it. Coming to the out of turn number 4. Bowman had a really good run. He's in the draft. He makes a move to the outside, loses just a tiny bit of momentum. Kilday with a run. And like we saw with Michael McKell, where he just makes contact in the tri-oval, that takes down everybody. Hashi takes advantage. P3. Kyle Ritchie started 23rd. Picks up his first career LSRL Xfinity Series win. And reignites his championship hunt. And let's go back. All of this. Let's take a look at the defining moment of this race. It was the save from Kyle Ritchie that got him into this position, but I want to take a look at the pit stop that we had on lap 64 from the first group that decided to come make a pit stop. Here we go. This completely splintered the first group. So it's oh, what? It was actually Hashi into the back of Zach Scare. And Scare should have pulled down earlier. He tries to pull down across his nose. Hashi tries to avoid him. But it's too late. And then Casey Brown. Under braking. Take a look at this. It's two-pronged. Loose, loose, loose. And he snaps into Murata. Gets Murata turned. Into Mazzella. Into Arms. Into Ruprecht. And then the only guys left from that group were Glenn Murphy Jr. and Ryan Tiller. Holy cow, what a sequence. Larry McDonald, I think, had a penalty from this as well. There was the motor blown that you mentioned, Art. Yeah, literally, the only guys left from this first group were Ryan Tiller. Oh, and he cooked it in. He was too... So there's a speeding penalty for McDonald. The only one left. Ryan Tiller and Glenn Murphy Jr. from this group. How about that? What a race.
We got our race winner ready.
All right, let's get him up in here. Here with your race winner, Kyle Ritchie. What a time for your first career LSRL win. Started 23rd, and an incredible save in the closing stages to somehow even still be in contention. You could have very easily spun off the bumper there. You get it gathered back up, recompose yourself, and you make a move for the win. And able to block all challengers in the tri-oval, and you pick up your first win of the season.
Thank you. There's something to me in first wins at Talladega, I guess, because I've now done this twice.
Yeah, absolutely. The Affinity Racing Series and now LSRL. So you got the Monday and Tuesday, but definitely a very important win. You're right back into the playoff hunt. Just at a mega win, a mega drive, holding off some of the best that we've seen on Tuesdays. Holding off Glenn Murphy Jr. He held off that run from Bowman right there at the end, and just a fantastic display of driving there at the end.
Yeah, I don't know where I learned to do all this blocking from, but if it wasn't for Adam pushing me in the last lap, I would have been screwed. So have to shout him out for sure. I got to shout out Wyatt for spotting for me tonight and Alex for actually racing with me for once.
He ended up getting separated with the disastrous that group that came in and they all exploded under pit stops. So what was kind of the mindset knowing that, hey, I don't have my teammate, I'm kind of in this 7-car pack? What was the mindset there?
Well, at first it was going to be to control the race, but then I realized that wasn't going to work. So I just had to make sure I was in contention on the last lap. I almost wasn't, but I made a good save and we somehow pulled it off.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations. Incredible display of driving down the stretch. And again, massive congratulations for the first win of the season and of your LSRL career. Very, very well done. And we'll let you get any shout outs in if you have any.
Yes, shout out to TTSL Motorsports and you guys for putting on this awesome series and awesome race.
Absolutely. Appreciate the kind words. And we'll see you back here next week at Legacy Atlanta.
Thank you guys.
Here with your second place finisher, Glenn Murphy Jr., making obviously part time starts this season and another podium out of it. Oh, so close. What could you have done differently on that last lap to come out of here with a win?
That's about the first time I think I've ever committed to. Ryan asked me if he'd help me with or help him a couple laps left there, and obviously I don't have nothing in it for me, so I kind of tried to commit to help him out a little bit, and it just, I don't know, you just ride around for an hour and a half usually to crash on the last lap. So I don't know, I was just stuck to his bumper there when we were coming back around, and I just wasn't going to lift, and everything kind of got chaos there. So it's about all we had.
Definitely, but yeah, managed the race well from your perspective. Just riding it out in that first half, avoided the one wreck in stage one. Managed the pit stop well. You and Ryan are the only people to manage that pit stop from that first group that pitted, and that's the whole reason you were in that 7-car pack. You guys were the only two that survived.
Yeah, that's what that first wreck happened right in front of me, man. I didn't know what to. I knew Randy was right behind me. I didn't want to check up and ruin his race. I was like, if they park it right here, I'm gonna hit him. I don't know how we made it through that one, but yeah, I don't know what happened out back. They all started crashing. I saw it in the mirror. I don't know who ran over who or what happened. I was busy watching McDonald in front of me. He was tank swapping all over the place. I was waiting to see where he was gonna crash, but yeah, I mean sometimes it's. I'm a lot better at Daytona than I am here, and you just kind of got to get lucky and try to be there on the last lap of this one.
And that's what you were, and avoided the wreck in the tri-oval. Come on with another podium finish in select starts, so not a bad ratio at all, but definitely would love to be one spot further up. But nevertheless, well managed, and big congratulations. We'll let you get any shout outs, and if you have any.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys putting this on. I thought the C's were going to park there for a minute. I didn't know I actually came down that hard. I might have ended up getting into one of those guys on the bottom. If I did, I apologize. But I thought for a minute there, everybody might crash and we might sneak away with one, but it wasn't meant to be. But I appreciate you guys doing this, and I'll see you next week.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it. And then here with your third place finisher, Daniel Hashey from 24th on the grid to third, picks up his first top 10 of the season, top 5, and first podium of the season all at once. Congratulations. How'd you do it?
Thank you, Max. Thank you, Art. Again, I love to race with you all, and always a great show. Talladega is a race of patience, so I knew I had to execute well to be alive on the last lap in the first group to fight for the victory. So since the beginning, I was in the back of the grid just waiting for the right moment. I have a little scare with this hit and the pit stop turns in the end. Actually, I was sure that Zach was in front of me. We need to push to get the space to join the leaders again, but he was entering the pit. I had no time to avoid, but he was all class in the chat, so I wish I had more time to avoid, but it was a great race. So I did a good braking in the pit to get the space again. And I stayed with the leader waiting for the final lap to attack. Maybe I should attack it a little sooner so I can fight for the win, but maybe I missed a little on my timing. But a good week for me in Brazil on Saturday. I won a truck race also on Daytona, and Sunday I won the first division of Formula Indy in Brazil. So it was, for me, it's a great weekend to finish this period with a podium here in LSRL. It's great. I'm very happy.
Yeah, absolutely, and like you said, it was well managed. We were watching you. You were at the tail end of the pack, and just kind of hanging out, logging some laps, and just being patient, making sure you weren't caught up in any of those wrecks. And you made it through the wreck in the first stage, and then once the restart happened, you kind of just, again, commit to the same strategy, just be patient, let everybody else kind of take themselves out, and then that last pit stop with 12 laps to go, you came in with that second group, and like you said, really good on the brakes and able to leave with them, and it got you in that 7-car pack, and you guys kind of settled it amongst yourselves.
Yes, I was just praying for no yellows till the white flag, because everybody in the first pack was sure to have a great position, and then we start fighting. So since I guess some 20 laps to the end, I was trying to accelerate to join the leaders as fast as I could. So it paid off. It was a great execution of my pit stops and waiting for the end to the attack. Maybe I waited a little too much. I need to accelerate maybe a second or two later, and I will be side by side with Kyle for the win. But I'm very happy with the results for sure. And I want to thank you again, IJ Media, again, of the great broadcasting. I need to watch this again for sure. Thank you to my team, Black Gold Racing, and of course, thank you to the LSRL group, the great group, great league. I love everyone, guys. I'm very happy today.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations. Well earned, well deserved, and look forward to seeing you back here soon.
Thank you, Max.
Here with the Wilder Graphics Xfinity team, Joseph Murata, Cade Ferguson, Landon Quisenberry leading them home, P11, and kind of the defining moment of this race for you guys would have been that last pit stop. What did you guys see out the review mirror? I know it was kind of like all breaking down around everybody there.
I think Joe had the best view of it.
Yeah, I think you're talking about me. It was just unfortunate. Me and the 98 kind of came in side by side there, and looked like he wheel hopped a little bit, and it just kind of lurched right and got into my left rear quarter panel and turned me. And I went down into Jonathan and nosed her into the wall, and that's all she wrote for me.
Yeah, before that, though, it was definitely well managed. I know you guys were able to avoid the wreck in stage 1, and then you were just kind of biding your time, just again trying to get to that last stop. And then obviously once it happened, and it kind of separated the packs in two there.
Yeah, I think we might have played a little too conservative this one, but especially after Saturday, I was a little bit hesitant of running in the main pack. I was like, I want to make it. I want to make it as close to the end. Hopefully, a wreck around like 15 to go or so.
Oh no, I wouldn't have played it any different. But it was really weird because like me and Cade were back far enough to avoid the wrecks, but then we never get a caution, and then we all get strung out. That's what happened when I can't believe Sam saved it, but we got strung out with him at the end, and it was kind of just like, hope they wreck.
Yeah, that's vintage LSRL right there, when someone just makes an otherworldly save to not bring out the caution, so the guys that check up are just like, all right, we could have used that.
Yeah.
And then you're waiting on one more caution, but it's like, all right, you had the one in stage 1, you don't get any more.
Yeah.
Or they wreck on pit road, no caution. It's just like, yeah. Don't ever bank on a caution in LSRL. It's not a good thing.
Yeah.
I had my little moment, too, trying to get back to Landon. Like, he's like, yeah, bail out now. I was like, all right. And then I didn't have time to get in, and was spun out in 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We made it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you definitely. It could have been worse. Landon, you +6, come home 11th, so.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy that for once getting interviewed, I guess, and it's at Talladega. I mean, yeah, I was telling Kate I wouldn't have played it any different. We just didn't get as lucky with riding. I thought riding was the right move, but we just didn't get as lucky. And then we both overshot our box, but he had to refill longer because he led the pack. And then
right.
I got up with all those guys at the end. and I didn't realize it was all speed zone guys. So then they all shuffled me to the back, and I was like, "You dirty dogs! You just I knew it was coming. They did it to me twice, and I just rode with them
speed
until the end."
zone conglomerate. You can never trust them.
We get to do it again next week, right? We're gonna play Atlanta.
I believe
We're
it's
going
No, I think
Legacy.
it's-
08
it's Legacy
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Legacy.
Oh,
Atlanta.
even better.
Say goodbye
Even
to
better.
Yeah.
your right front. It's gone.
Yeah, I might have another Rockingham on our hands.
Actually, only showing up next week with 3 tires. We're not even gonna put the right front on. No
It
more.
actually might be the right rear too. I think just say goodbye to the right side in general. It's
Yeah.
gone. But
it just depends.
yeah, depends on how you do it. But it should be a good race. We love Atlanta. You should see some good multi-group racing, and looking forward to it, fellas.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The luck
Great
is
job,
on our
guys, as
side.
normal.
Absolutely.
Appreciate y'all
Yep.
coming out and broadcasting us as normal. And we'll
Well,
see you guys in
yeah.
more in out Atlanta.
yeah, absolutely. Looking
I
forward
got
to it.
one more.
Oh, go ahead.
Why did you not like the 500 laps at Martinsville? I felt like it could have went way smoother than what we did on Saturday.
Listen, listen. That would take the 500 laps at Martinsville would essentially turn into a 24-hour race. It just would.
I don't know. I
With
just
a
felt
full
like
field
after a
of
while we
people?
would actually
No,
clean everybody out.
It's Martinsville. There's no damage. There's no arrow. It's just everyone would be in a modified. Everyone would be beat up, and we'd still be wrecking. There'd be nothing.
Just do 500 miles, no damage, no cautions.
500 miles at Martinsville? No, now I
500
really
laps,
do.
500 laps.
Oh man, I don't know. You could probably talk me into it. We'll see. Maybe one of these days. We'll do like
500 laps, no
yeah.
cautions. That's what we got to do.
We got to expand our special event calendar. But looking forward to Atlanta next week, fellas. We'll see you there.
Alrighty, thanks, guys.
Nice.
Here with the rest of the Speed Zone boys. So again, the defining moment for y'all, for most of you, would have been that final pit stop. Randy, I'll let you go first.
Get junked on pit road.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure what happened, but I looked in the mirror and I saw a 98 and a 5 coming at me. I was like, yeah, this probably ain't going to turn out well.
Yeah. But
It was
I think
definitely
I've
been
been
all right
let
to kill the
go by the
hills.
team.
oh, geez.
Yeah, we're putting Casey up for adoption.
All I'm
Pretty
saying,
much.
now that I think about it, though, you left him out to dry yesterday, and he got you back today. Now it all makes
That's-
sense. It all makes sense.
I like that thought.
But now you guys obviously come here with numbers, and you guys were controlling the race for a good portions there, able to mostly avoid the wrecks on the racetrack. Obviously, pit road's a different story, but for the most part, you guys looked good as a team. And then once pit road happened, just obviously,
Then we don't.
yeah, it split up into the top 7, and then you guys were just kind of in that second group, like, all right, here we go, I guess.
Whoa.
They saw how dominating my car was and decided to take me out on pit road. It's understandable.
Yeah, but y'all were
I think we need to start like breaking our team up on who pits when.
yeah. If you all do it at once, and then the whole pack wrecks and the entire team's cut up, and you need to like kind of risk management, we'll do half and half, so that way if one half dies, the other half can continue, I guess.
Maybe we
That's a
should
good
just
idea.
call it out, but then actually go the lap after so we fake everyone out.
There you go. Samuel Demien saved the race, by the way. Somehow did not turn back in front of the field.
Save the race. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
I figured I'd throw it down in the grass, it'd correct itself, and
Yeah.
with a little bit of skill, it got going straight. So
He
we
didn't
were
have to use the
fortunate.
wall like you ran.
That's true.
No, I used Glenn.
we were fortunate enough to be out of all the pit road trouble. So big thank you to Landon and Cade for backing it up a bit.
Oh, I
All
remember
of
that one. You, I was like, oh, you were like 9/10. Then it was like you got to a second, and then they kind of went side by side for a second, get to 8/10, and I was like, just let him get in. He's so
Yeah.
close. You were fighting.
So, but we had a good pit stop and got hooked up with Travis there, and he pushed me to, I think it was 8th. So wasn't too bad, but top 10 we'll take it. Good points today.
Absolutely. 2 races left, and you currently are just inside the cut line to advance the championship 4.
Mhm. So
Randy's your
bad.
points leader.
Oh, hell
Randy's
yeah.
cheating.
Hey, I'm
But-
moving up. Go win.
Where's,
Oh,
where's the
Taylor,
points
you're,
at?
Taylor, you're 5th. I mean, it is completely shaken up after it's Talladega,
Where's-
so that's what I expected.
Where's my umbrella
A
at?
win would have been nice here tonight. That would have.
Yeah, you led some laps, looking good out front, definitely. Mozilla, you're 7th.
Boo. Cheaters.
You know how it is, but yeah, it was a vintage Talladega race. So we got through the wild card. Now it's down to the 2 races: Legacy Atlanta and Auto Club, and we'll have a championship 4.
Yeah, Legacy Atlanta. Is that what you just said?
Correct.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Just got excited. All right, we'll see y'all next week.
We didn't tell them the schedule, so.
No, I thought it was that crappy one. New one.
I'm just saying, like, you'd have to have a serious discussion with your admin team if they sent you to Talladega and then New Atlanta. They'd be like, hey, we just don't respect you. Like, we're just gonna,
What is this? The handicap firecracker 350?
2 plate races in the playoffs. We just don't respect you. Like, we just want you to suffer. That's what it was.
The idiot making the schedule. That would have been stupid.
That was.
Hey, there's Tony Scarbo.
Hey, bud, you're about 2 hours late, bro.
You just missed the grid. I'm sorry.
I know.
He just came for the interview.
Right. Tony, what's your thoughts on your team's performance tonight?
They all did an amazing job.
We'll end on a moment of positivity.
Except me. I bet I got a cussing because I see it in the chat.
But
I had money on you, Ryan.
Oh man. But yeah, it was a great Talladega race. We're looking forward to Legacy Atlanta, and we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Take care, bud. Thanks for the broadcast.
Of course. But I think Art had to run out for a second, so I'll close this off. Vintage Talladega, the unpredictability of it all. Your points leader, 24th car, is dead after 21 laps. William K. Price, his luck, just rubbish from the start of the round to 12. Hated for him. Battled to get in here, and then it just didn't go his way. But new winner, Kyle Ritchie. First time podium for Daniel Hashey. It is an incredible result tonight. Very happy to see it. Ryan Tiller rounds out your top 5. Adam Kilday, I know he spun across the line, but he ends up, that's actually not his correct team. How did that end up there for Kilday? Let me fix that for him. And hopefully I can get it to the right one. But he is supposed to be, where's he at? Where are we at here, bud? He's supposed to be... That's crazy. I don't know where he ended up at. I think I might have overwrote his team name. But I think it was he's Skyview Motorsports, and this is his first top 5. He did not have one before tonight. So go ahead and my apologies for getting his team name wrong. But first top 10 of the season for William Bowman. Second one for Travis De Leon. And then looking back further down, that pit stop really, that was the moment of the race. Hate it for guys like Mike DeWalt. Actually, I think he'll end up getting his black flag clear because he spun through pit road, so he's actually 4th, not 17th. But Wayne Ruprecht, Zach Scare, French, we're all in it. Pit road. Larry McDonald, I hate it for those guys. They had a great run going. But looking forward to Legacy Atlanta next week. And we will see you guys next Monday night as the Affinity Racing Series heads to Sonoma, and the next Tuesday night here at Auto Club. I'll be sure to tune in. Have a great week. Enjoy the 500, and we'll see you Monday night. Take care.